Hey y'all, you ever get confused about what kind of oils, what kind of fats to use while cooking on the Blackstone Griddle? What is this smoke point thing? What is this? Do I use this extra virgin olive oil versus olive oil? Well, today I want to show you and tell you everything that you need to know about fats, oils cooking on the Blackstone. I also have a little resource, this is later on in the video, where you can get, and it'll be a one-stop shop so you won't have to remember everything. Hey, without further ado, let's get started. First things first, butter. Everybody loves butter. I love butter, but butter smokes at a very low temperature. I'm talking like 325, maybe 350 max, okay? What's it good for? Well, scrambled eggs. Eggs on a Blackstone, people always say, Hussey, my eggs are black. And that's probably because you smoked the oil. The darn griddle's too hot, all right? So I like to get an infrared thermometer and just kind of read the Blackstone. Right now we're at about 260 degrees, which is perfect, not too bad. Your butter will not smoke at that point. So I want to demonstrate just a fried egg, scrambled egg, and I'll show you kind of how I do my eggs. Go over to the griddle. Now we're going right into the center of butter. You see it's not really going real fast. And that's what you want. We'll take our scrambled egg like that. Spatula. I'm going to show you just perfect eggs, really. Not going to be black, not going to be brown. It might be brown because you did brown the butter solids or the milk fat actually, but so you didn't take it all the way. So as you can see, perfect little egg right there. So what happens if you hit your infrared thermometer and it's 350, if it's 400 degrees, 450 degrees? Well, you just turn the burners off. It's just simple as that. But there you go. That is a nice little perfect egg. I'll put that right there. Fried egg, same way. You want to do like an over easy. You just want to make sure your temperature of your Blackstone is under 325 degrees and you will not have a problem. Now, I like a really hard fried egg, but that just depends on who you are. So there you have it. Perfect eggs using butter. If you want to use something else, go right ahead. But I'm good now. Nice, soft and pillowy. I dig it. So continue using your butter. I have a griddle temperature magnet, little resource right here. It also tells you temperatures, so you don't have to remember them, of your griddle top and about your knob position as well. So it depends on how you want to do it. All right. Next up, we're going kind of low smoke points up. We got olive oil. We got extra virgin olive oil. We got light olive oil. Okay, two different oils. I mean, it's kind of the same. That's the way they process it, okay? Light olive oil has a higher smoke point than extra virgin olive oil. Extra virgin olive oil, it depends on if it's first press or whatever. It's more, I think of it more like a salad dressing, finishing kind of thing. You can cook with it. It's got a little bit of a, it's a little bit stronger, a little bit more pungent flavor to it. But for sauteing and stuff, regular light olive oil has a lot better smoke point, and you can kind of use it as an overall sauteing kind of oil. Now, what we can do, go over here to our Blackstone and kind of see we're at 350 degrees, 358. And I don't know, let's use a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, kind of greenish. But as you can see, it's not really like, you know, there's nothing smoking or anything. Kind of swirl that around. Now I got a few onions, a little bit of zucchini, and how about a couple peppers, just to kind of resemble like a sauteed vegetable. Okay. Now it'll do just fine with just sauteing vegetables and such, but you do got to be careful. Let's say if you're doing like hibachi or whatever, you know, you're going to be doing, you know, your meat and stuff like that, like chicken, steak, shrimp, where you really need high heat, and you really need to have an oil that we're going to talk about a little bit later. Kind of wanted to show you here. This is the extra virgin olive oil. Kind of see it's got kind of a green tint to it. This does too, but it's a lot clearer. So as you can see, it's kind of greenish. That greenish is, you know, what I would say is probably what burns. It's a lot more raw, or I don't know really what it's called. but that's more clear. So that's our sauteed vegetables. Does perfectly fine even with extra virgin olive oil. If it was me, you know, I might would leave the extra virgin kind of back. Maybe just go with just like a light olive oil. Used to, I can't find the stuff hardly anymore. It's California brand. They had a avocado oil and olive oil combo, which was great for just overall cooking. And that's just what I went with, because you didn't really have to worry about anything. You could just kind of roll with it, you know? So unless you really, really want to do one or the other. All right, the one, it gets a lot of bad rap. Canola oil. I used to use canola oil. I use canola oil because Bobby Flay used canola oil on Food Network. Bobby Flay, I love Bobby Flay. However, I use canola oil and people flame me. I don't know if people flame Bobby or not, but anyhow, use canola oil if you like. Good smoke point up to about 400 degrees, give or take. It's just cheap oil to use, and it'll work. If you know, a lot of people fry with canola oil. A lot of people, you know, do everything with canola. Canola oil has been around for a long time. I used to season my griddles with canola oil before I started using that Blackstone paste. I just like the Blackstone paste better for, I don't know, convenience, I guess. But canola oil, just general use of cooking. Canola oil get the job done. I've used it for years. My mom probably used canola oil, and everybody, you know, they were just fine. Next up is a true workhorse, but isn't really used a lot. You never see me use it a lot, but peanut oil. Peanut oil is also used very predominantly in like Asian wok cooking, high heat cooking. It's a 450 degree smoke point, and it works great. Peanut oil gives it a little nutty flavor. If you've ate, you know, like fried turkey, a lot of people fry their turkeys in peanut oil. Highly suggest you use peanut oil as just an overall oil to use for cooking on your Blackstone. So I don't know if you can see it or not, but the Blackstone is 400 plus right there. It's kind of hot, but I want to show you just a little bit of peanut oil cooking. A little bit of peanut oil right there. And I pump the burners up to high for high heat, right? Just like you wok cooking. Yeah, I got a few onions. Ooh, boy, look at that right there, boy. They are stroking. Little zucchini. Like I said, I got this griddle really pumped up. And a few peppers. But I mean, already you don't see any kind of black on the vegetables. That's a sure shot way of saying your oil is burnt. Whenever you start seeing black stuff already on your vegetables or whatever you're cooking, you don't see it on here. All you see is just movement. There we go. So there you go. Peanut oil. Peanut oil is good to use. Not a bad thing at all. All right, this one is my favorite. One that I use a lot. Okay. Avocado oil, very high smoke point, 446 degrees right there. Perfect. And what I got is a steak. Got a steak. I'm not gonna season it. Well, I guess I could. I don't have any heifer dust, but I do got chicken dust out here. Guess we can season it with chicken dust, right? Very similar. That's the thing with my stuff. You could kind of, you season it with whatever you like. Got our avocado oil right here in the middle. And give out a nice little contact. So avocado oil, it's kind of a trendy thing right now. Avocados are supposedly super healthy, right? But smoke point is actually above like 450, more like 500-ish, like 520 or so. Makes it really good. I need to season up the other side here. Makes it really a versatile oil. It's very neutral, don't really have a whole lot of flavor. And that's why it's pretty much just in my arsenal all the time. That's pretty much what I cook with is avocado oil. You know, one thing with avocado oil is it costs a little bit more than, let's say, peanut oil. Or, well, peanut oil is kind of expensive, but like a canola oil or something like that, a little expensive. And that's why a lot of people just don't want to mess with it because it's so expensive. So let's talk about butter one more time. And what you also see, I like to finish my steaks and things like that with butter. And you probably say, Hussey, the griddle top is scorching hot. A lot of times I cut it off. It's just a residual kind of carrying over, but I want those milk solids. So here's some butter here. And I'm gonna put it on this steak that we started searing in avocado oil. I'm gonna put it on the top. I'm just gonna kind of flip that over. But this is what I want. I just want to kind of bathe it in that, okay? If I had some tongs, I just like to move that around. You're actually kind of browning that butter, okay? But you want to keep it moving all the time so it's just not sitting there. Just a nice seared steak. All right, we're almost wrapping things up here. I want to add this to canola oil. Vegetable oil, I would also lump along with the canola oil. It's pretty much just being interchangeable if you wanted to use a vegetable oil. So just wanted to make sure we're clear on that. So one of my favorites is clarified butter. Now, this right here is common now, it's ghee. Ghee and clarified butter are clarified butter. Sounds weird. Clarified butter, all you're doing is removing the milk solids. What burns when you put it onto the griddle is the milk solids from the butter, all right? Clarified butter is you're warming it up, letting everything settle to the bottom. You're skimming basically just the fat off of that. Milk solids stay down below, and that's what burns. Now, what ghee does is you warm the milk solids to a longer time, a higher temperature, and it gives off like a nuttier flavor. I'm not a fond person of just ghee, but I like clarified butter. Sometimes some ghees, not all ghees are got that nuttiness to it. So there it is. A lot of times it comes in a little jar like this, and I got a piece of chicken thigh that I am going to cook in it. Right there. The cool thing about ghee is you can really put the heat on it. So about 450, 475 or so. A little bit of chicken dust. It can take the heat as well. So it would be a great overall cooking oil. I have made clarified butter on the channel before. I will link it. Might be a card here. I'll put it down in the description. Very easy to do. What I find is I go through it really quick because that's all I use. It gives it a little butter taste to it, which is super good. Right. Chicken thighs looking good. Let's get a temperature check. We're at 430 degrees right there. So can you use ghee or clarified butter for finishing steaks and stuff? Yeah, you can. You could do that as well. It gives that butter flavor without the butter technically, and it'll be just fine. I love using it for sauteed veggies, any kind of like broccoli, that kind of thing. Super, super good. All right, so here's the deal. Nice and low, definitely butter. Butter is the way to go. Medium heat, you can stick with that olive oil, canola oil, okay? That 350 to 400 degree range, perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, guys, there you have it. Pretty much in a nutshell, low, butter. Medium, your canola, olive oils, a high heat, avocado, peanut oil, and your ghee. Ghee, especially if you want your butter kind of flavor along in your stir fries, veggies, that kind of thing, all right? You want all this at your fingertips? Hey, I got a tutorial. I'll put a link here, put a link down there. I got a magnet that I don't have yet, but will be available by the time this video drops, and you'll be able to buy that magnet. So that's some pretty good stuff there. Hey, I appreciate you watching. I hope this was very informative for you. Please, if you don't mind, give me a like, hit that subscribe button, a comment, and share with anybody else that you might think would enjoy this video. Hey, I love each and every one of you. I appreciate you. See you now. All right, we got butter out of the way. Now, olive oil. There's two kinds technically. Well, there's more than that maybe, but well, yeah, there are. But anyhow, we're going to light. We're going high heat. We're talking about your avocado oil and your peanut oil for sure. And then if you just want butter without the butter and the mess with butter, got to go ghee, or it's a nice all-around alternative as well to pretty much anything. That don't even make sense. Right here in the middle. Ooh, I'll use this one right here. Right there.